Well, thanks for joining us today here at another episode of Gideon's Tactical. I am your host, Aaron, and today we're going to do a concept video as we discuss sport utility knives.
Sport utility knives.
You know, when you think of SUVs, sport utility vehicles, they're some of the best-selling vehicles on the market, and there's a reason for that. They can do many different things well. They're not amazing in any particular thing, like a sports car is great at going fast and handling turns, but they're not very comfortable to ride in, and you can't get a lot of people. You know, pickup trucks, they're great at towing big things, but they usually don't have as comfortable a ride, and they sometimes don't have as much space as, say, like a minivan, where a minivan is great at carrying people, but man, the styling sucks and they're maybe not the best off-road. Sport utility vehicles can do all of those things well. They're not great at any one particular thing. They're a jack-of-all-trades vehicle, and that's why they're so popular. So I was thinking of this same concept and how it applies to pocket knives. And so that's what I want to share with you. What are some pocket knives out there that are like sport utility vehicles? They're jack-of-all-trades. They can cover everything from more precision, EDC, lightweight type of tasks, more hard-use, outdoor type of tasks, utility tasks like going through heavy-duty plastics and rubbers, and possibly even going through material that you may need to be stabbing and prying, even a self-defense roles. I'm not recommending you use your blades for self-defense unless you're trained and you know what you're doing. That is never something I would recommend to you. But if you are trained and you know what you're doing, or you're in law enforcement or military, and so you're looking for a pocket knife that can do all those things well, you don't want to spend money on an EDC folder and then kind of an outdoor folder and then maybe more of a utility tactical folder. You just want one tool to do them all well. I want to share that concept with you and what to look for in some knives that I would recommend to you. So to fulfill this concept, we're going to be looking at 4 particular knives and their attributes and why I would consider these to be do-everything sport utility knives. We're going to be looking at the Byrd Raven 2 in BD1 tool steel, the American Lawman from Cold Steel, the Steel Will Cut Jack, and the Spyderco Manx 2. And so as we go through this video, if any one of these knives stands out to you, we will have links in the description below, not only over to Amazon, but Blade HQ. That's a great way to help support the channel, is that when a knife or an item connects with you, when you use those hyperlinks that we offer just right below this video in the description bar, boom, you just hit that, it'll hyperlink you over there. It helps me get out here, purchase gear just like what you've seen in this video, these blades, these concepts, and helps me to continue to do what we do, and gives you guys the best prices, and you're not having to hunt around on the internet. So thank you for using those hyperlinks, and you don't have to worry about where do I need to go or what knife was best. Just hit those hyperlinks and they'll take you over either the Blade HQ or to Amazon. So one of the first things that you'll notice with these designs are that they all have finger choils. And I believe that that is a really important feature for a sport utility knife, because what this allows you to do is then choke up on a rather medium-sized knife that may not really fall into the realm of EDC to get really close up on the blade to have a lot of control, which really helps, particularly in lightweight EDC tasks. You know, you're trying to maybe pry something that's really small, like a phone case or something, or you're trying to get a really precision cut in. It's very easy to do that. Or if you're out in the woods and you're trying to do maybe some feather sticks or a little bit of notching because you just lost your larger blade, or you forgot to bring it, or you're just a pocket knife kind of guy and you just don't do a lot of knife work, the choil allows you to take what would be a pretty large overall profile of a blade and now get up on it and really get some precision you normally would not have with other large folders that don't offer that. Just to give you some examples of this, like a Benchmade Freak here, when I'm locked in like this, I'm about an inch away from the blade and I don't have quite the mobility and control over the knife. Then I'm wanting to choke up, but now it's not really designed for that. My finger's starting to rub on the edge. I'm probably gonna nick myself. And that's what I'm wanting to do when I get up really close on an item. So with that distance, that makes it difficult for me to do finer, more manipulation with my knife. Same example with a Rat Model 1. Great kind of do everything knife, but I don't have quite the precision. I want to put my finger up here, and now it's not really a choil. I'm already, again, wanting to nick my finger right there on the blade. It's doable, but it's not designed for that use. And with my finger being so far back, over an inch away from the blade, it just doesn't give me the precision that you may need with finer tasks. Now, the second part to that is that it's not just a blade that has you so close to the edge that you can manipulate it. Now you can back up if you're doing either just a really quick cut and you just need to do a quick slash through cordage or something like that, or if you're doing harder tasks, utility tasks, or you need that lockup for more of like tactical application. All of these knives that we're looking at today have that feature. This steel will has this nice flipper that acts as a guard and a nice deep cutout, a very large handle as well. All of these are going to come in at over 4 inches of handle length, so you have a lot of real estate. I wear large size gloves, as you guys all know and love to crack jokes at. So I got a lot of grip, but then if I am really, having to saw through like a rubber mat or something like that, I can easily bear down on this, and I'm not concerned about slipping over a guard and cutting myself. I have that traction no matter what I'm doing with the knife. So that's another aspect when you're looking at a sport utility knife that you want to have. You want to have that really close manipulation capability, but also be able to back up and protect your hand with the harder, less precision tasks that you may be looking at, and still giving you plenty of real estate so that it doesn't feel like you're only putting 3 fingers on the knife and then you don't have the leverage that you need for those harder tasks. The other aspect to these knives in particular is that these are completely ambidextrous capable. So righties and lefties are going to be able to use these knives, so that it's not proprietary just to the right-handed people, and any of those of you who are left-handed that I'm always looking out for can still use these knives. And it has to do not only with the pocket clip location, but also with deployment. With the Spyderco, you got a hole, so that's totally ambidextrous, and then the pocket clip itself is rotatable, right or left, tip up, fantastic, zero complaints. You're going to get that exact same capability with the Bird. The Lawman, going to have tip up, right or left. It's a lock back design. And then the thumb stud is able to be screwed right or left so that you have leverage on either side, and they are perfectly symmetrical cutouts for deployment. The cut jack is going to have that as well and has a finger flipper, so very easy for righties or lefties to engage and disengage. So there are just so many awesome folders out there on the market that can do so many different things. Little lightweight compact ones that are fantastic for EDC, but just aren't going to be the right tool for those harder either tactical or utility tasks. Or larger blades that are going to give you tons of traction, really good grip, but just aren't going to have quite the closeness to the blade and give you quite the precision that a knife like this would have. And so that's why I see value in blades like this. It's really a blending of the two designs, giving you a lot of capability. So those of you who just either aren't knife collectors or you're just a really practical person, you're like, listen, I just want a one and done knife. I don't want to, buy 5 different knives and depending on my day, rotate through them. Then this style of knife is really what I believe you need to be looking for in your layout for your everyday carry system. Now, the options that I offer you today are just the 4 that I have in my collection that I really connect with. There are plenty of other designs out there from all these companies and other ones as well, but I hope that this video has really given you some food for thought the next time you're going out and purchasing a knife, regardless if it's these that we've talked about or just any folder in general. You can better determine what is this tool going to be good for. Is this because of how compact and low traction it is? Is this just an EDC knife? Is it because it's so beefy and big guards and distance from the cutting edge? Is this more of a utility tactical folder, or again this kind of blend of both worlds? And that's what I want to offer to you today. So you may be asking, well, which one now should I purchase of these 4 if you're really digging this sport utility knife concept? Well, I'll try and filter that for you as fast as I can by telling you that if you're on a budget, it's going to be either the Bird, Raven 2, or it is going to be the Cut Jack from Steel Will. Both great knives, both under $50. The only drawback to either of these blades is that they're both liner locks, so these are going to be the weakest folders that I showed you today of this lineup and idea of a sport utility knife. The liner lock, though solid, just isn't quite as strong as the other 2 folders. If we're looking at strength, it's got to be the Cold Steel American Lawman. It's got the triad locking mechanism and the G10 handles that are rather thick, meaning that this has just such durability. I, many years ago, had a Recon 1 that we did a review on folder, has the exact same locking mechanism. I batoned through a log with that, and it didn't have any loosening up, wobbling, or breakage in the knife, which is insane. I don't recommend doing that with your cold steel knives. That would definitely, I'm sure, void the warranty, but it is that strong and the strongest of the ones that I showed to you because of the handle material and the locking mechanism. So if you're looking for pure strength out of your sport utility knife, this one would be the way to go. But if you're looking for, I believe, the best of all, it would be the Manix 2 Lightweight. I've been carrying a version of this for I think 4 years now. It has been my go-to, most recommended, one and done knife. It has great different options for blade steels, it has a really good strong ball bearing locking mechanism, which is really strong. I don't know if it's quite as strong as the Triad. People can argue about that. I'm sure you guys will in the comments below. And just has a level of capability that I think is phenomenal. It's stronger than those liner locks, not maybe as strong as the lock back, but very, very solid in overall functionality and capability. And I think it's the best of all 4 that we've been looking at today. So there you have it, folks. I really hope this video has helped you out, give you some food for thought, helped you out with some concepts, and deciding if a sport utility knife is the right tool to carry on a regular basis. Please check us out on all the relevant social media. That's a great way to see what's up and coming. Facebook, Instagram, throwing up stuff there all the time. Please subscribe, comment, like, share this video. Love to hear your guys' thoughts. Join the conversation. If you're not a regular subscriber here at Gideon's Tactical, I would ask you to consider becoming part of the GT family and making Gideon's Tactical part of your regular YouTube experience. We're throwing up videos every single week. So hit that subscribe button if you're a new subscriber. If you're a regular subscriber, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Check out the other video that we've just recently posted as well. And finally, always remember, stay equipped, stay prepared, and we'll see you out there.